Sister Jensen. I miss seeing you so much and wanted to bring you a special singing time. So welcome to singing time. This is kind of silly, isn't it? You're at your house, I'm at my house. We're not together, we're not in the primary room, but that's so fun that we can see each other on our phones and our computers and still have singing time. I hope you'll sing along with me today. First off, we're going to say hello because we haven't seen each other in a while. So let's sing hello, hello to each other, to your siblings, to your mom and dad, and let's get ready for singing time. Hello, hello. Get ready to say hello to everyone singing along today. Say hello, hello.
Hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today. Hello, 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 hello. We're glad you came our way to share with us some primary day and be our friend in a very special way.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today.
Hello. Welcome to singing time. Okay, thanks everyone for singing along. Today for singing time, we're going to be talking about something that's happening this weekend. I'll give you some clues. Does anyone know? It's happening on Saturday and Sunday. It happens 2 times a year in April and October. We usually watch it on our TVs or computers at home. There's some really special people that will be there and we'll hear some really pretty music. Does anyone know what I could be talking about? General Conference. Who loves General Conference? It's one of my favorite things. General Conference is a time where we get to hear words and talks and messages from our prophet and our leaders. And it's really special. It's a time that God gets to speak to us through our prophets and our leaders. We also get to hear some pretty music and feel the Spirit in our homes with our families. And it's really special. Our prophet will be there. Does anyone know who our prophet is? He's really old. He's super smart. And his name is President Nelson. President Nelson is 95 years old. Can you even believe that? How old are you? I'm not 95 yet. But he's 95 years old. Here are some things that you may not know about President Nelson. President Nelson has 10 children. I have 2 children, and that feels like a lot sometimes. How many kids are in your family? President Nelson has 10 children, 9 girls and 1 boy. President Nelson was a doctor. He was a heart surgeon. He's super smart. He went to school here in Utah and then became a really famous heart surgeon. He served in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. Can you all say that? Quorum of the 12 Apostles. For 34 years. That's a long time before he became our prophet just 2 years ago. He loves to work in his garden. He used to love to ride horses. And he is so, so kind. Okay, we're going to learn a new song today called We Thank Thee, O God, for a Prophet. How many of you in your prayers at home say how grateful you are for President Nelson? We say that in our prayers at our house. We're grateful for President Nelson and we ask for blessings on him. We love our prophet. So we're going to learn this song, We Thank Thee, O God, for a Prophet. Can you all say that with me? We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us through these latter days. Heavenly Father talks to President Nelson, tells him what things we need to be doing, what we need to be reading in our scriptures, how we should be acting with our families, and how we can be helping our neighbors. And with Heavenly Father's help, President Nelson's able to tell that to all of us. So we're really grateful for him, and he guides us through these latter days. Will you all sing it with me, those first 2 lines? We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us through these latter days. Good, let's do it one more time. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us through these latter days. Good job. Those are the first 2 lines. We thank thee for sending the gospel that Joseph Smith restored a long time ago. We're going to be hearing about that this weekend too, about the restoration. So we thank thee for sending the gospel to lighten our minds with its rays. The gospel is something in our life that brings light and happiness and joy. So it will lighten our minds with its rays. Everyone sing those 2 lines with me. We thank thee for sending the gospel. We thank thee for sending the gospel to lighten our minds with its rays. Good job. Let's sing it from the beginning. We thank thee, O God. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us in these latter days. We thank thee for sending the gospel to lighten our minds with its rays. Good job. We thank thee for every blessing. All of our blessings come from Heavenly Father, right? And one of our biggest blessings is that we have a living prophet on the earth today. So it says in the song, we thank thee for every blessing bestowed by thy bounteous hand. Who knows what bounteous means? Bounteous means so much good and so generous. And that's how Heavenly Father is. He wants to give us all the blessings. When we are obedient and good, He showers blessings on us. So we thank thee for every blessing bestowed by thy bounteous hand. Will you sing it with me? We thank thee for every blessing bestowed by thy bounteous hand. Good. We feel it a pleasure to serve thee. Everyone do this for pleasure because we are happy to serve Heavenly Father, right? What ways are you serving Heavenly Fathers these days? Maybe by helping mom and dad extra at home because you're all at home together all the time. Helping mom and dad, maybe helping your siblings, being really kind. Maybe you've taken notes or treats to a neighbor that you miss seeing. So we feel it a pleasure to serve thee and love to obey thy command. We love to obey Heavenly Father's commands and all that He asks us to do, right? Okay, so we feel it a pleasure to serve thee and love to obey thy command. Everyone sing it with me. We feel it a pleasure to serve thee and love to obey thy command. Sing it with me one more time. We feel it. We feel it a pleasure to serve thee and love to obey thy command. Good. You just learned a new song. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet. Let's sing the whole thing. I'll turn on some music, okay? Okay, here it is. Let's sing it all together. We thank thee. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us through these latter days. We thank thee for sending the gospel to lighten our minds with its rays. We thank thee. We thank thee for every blessing bestowed by thy bounteous hand. We feel it a pleasure to serve thee and love to obey thy command. Good job. Okay, way to go. We just learned a new song. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet. And there's a chance that they'll sing that this weekend in General Conference. So keep your ears open and see if they ever sing that song. Sometimes they do. Something else I want you to do this weekend is if President Nelson comes on the screen, if he's the one talking, I want you to sit and listen really carefully because he's our prophet. There's going to be so many people speaking and they'll all say really good, important things. But I want you to especially listen to President Nelson and to hear what he has to say. I know that he's our prophet and I love him and I know that he's the mouthpiece of our Heavenly Father. And so I am excited to listen to him and to hear what he has to say. I hope you guys have a great weekend, a great General Conference weekend with your family, and I'll see you next week for singing time. Bye-bye.